Do you have absolute certainty on how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for? I watch people get stuck and frozen, and that breaks my heart, because I was once stuck and frozen too. Greatest superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people.
Virtual connector. He went from banking and futures trading to the telecoms industry, who took cell phone personalization products and turned it into a multi-million-dollar industry.
Boom.
Wow.
Boom!
Boom, brother.
Back in the day when every other person had a Nokia phone, and that just gives you an idea of how things can change. Because
I'm trying to flip this. It's not flipping, Mark.
I loved it. I had a pink one. It was so cute.
Yes, I am sure you did,
Of
Vivian.
course she
How
did.
could you have anything but an incredible? And Bella, did you have a pink phone?
No, did
Yeah.
not.
We're gonna like drop fun facts, extra fun facts everywhere. So extra fun fact from Bella: she had a pink surf cap on the last time we went surfing. Well, actually, 2 times ago we went surfing. We'll come back to that. So Mark, yes, Vivian, Mark is in the house.
Yes, he's the owner of MJ Consultancy, a boutique agency with a Silicon Valley heart to connect the world virtually by leveraging new, innovating, and emerging technologies in order to help companies expand globally from the UK to China to Germany and the US. And he was the first on the scene with Remo, and currently runs 150 plus WhatsApp groups covering all kinds of industries and business subjects in order to help US businesses grow globally. And he's VP Europe with Gottesman Company, America's largest network of international M&A brokers, where he connects brokers to buyers and sellers to buyers without sharing seller fees. So welcome, my dear.
Thank you. And Mr. Gottesman is my mentor and father figure. He founded the New York Yellow Pages back in the day, and he's 91, and he's actually sharper than most people half his age. Incredible guy.
Amazing. And Mark, I think you were introduced to us through Nita. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Yeah, amazing. I want to acknowledge Nita and say thank you for that. And Mark, how about a fun fact, sir?
Fun fact is I launched the world's first celebrity chat line.
Very nice.
Ooh.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Well, do
What
we
was it
have
called?
things to talk about, Mark? Do we have some things to talk about, brother? So thank you for being here. We'll talk more, have a little bit of fun today. And Mark, you are in the UK right now?
I am indeed. Although it's questionable what the UK means nowadays. Because we're going, England is going into lockdown in 2 days' time, and Wales is coming out of lockdown. So it's not such a united kingdom at the moment.
Understood. And we are all suffering from the loss of Sir Sean Connery over the week,
Yeah.
who, by the way, I was actually named after. As a,
What?
How cool is that fun fact?
Wow.
That is the best fun fact ever, Sean.
My dad and I both shed tears, on Halloween with the loss of Sir Sean. So we would not be scuba divers, skiers, and I will dare say this: there's probably 30 different things that could have happened to not have an Unblinded. Without Sean Connery and James Bond, I would have to make a bet that we wouldn't be here at Unblinded. So that's a longer story for a different day. But when we go surfing in oceans, Vivian, Bella, and do the crazy things we do skiing and the adventures that I feel blessed and privileged to participate in with everybody and my children, the crazy things of them shark diving it. Yeah, like their first shark dives were exactly where James Bond filmed Thunderball and Sean Connery. So loads to talk about there. Different story for a different day. Vivian, back to you. It is the Real Raw. We got more amazing people. Mark is here, and
I just have to say, though, you're a luminary, just like 007. This is just so cool. Okay.
And Vivian, you happen to be, I don't want to put this in the wrong context, but like an amazing figure that might have appeared as a Bond girl, but you're so much more. So back to you, Vivian.
I love that. I'll take it and run. We have Catherine Ann Wilson in the house.
Fellow ENFP right here.
Boom.
Boom.
Yes.
He's all over the place. Catherine, Sean, Willy Wonka, Walt Disney, God rest in peace his soul, Robin Williams, and others. Yes, Vivian, let's hit it for Catherine.
Oh my goodness. She's a speaker and advocate against sex trafficking whose life played out like a horror movie, from childhood abuse to being kidnapped and sex trafficked herself as a kid, to learning how to integrate back into society and advocating at Stop Trafficking US, a nonprofit 501. Today, Catherine is on a mission to educate and mobilize the people of Maine to stop sexual abuse and the exploitation of children, and has taken her cause all the way to the White House, baby, alongside
Amen,
Martha Trump.
sister.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Fun fact. So last time I did this, I didn't have good fun facts. I've got two good fun facts this time. 3 years ago, I'm 57 now, I took third place in the bodybuilding world champions in Boston, Massachusetts, in the old short lady division, but still.
Yes, come on now.
You can't, I don't know who can see this, but I'm holding up my award. She looks better than I did, but there she is.
Dang.
So Catherine, that puts you in like the 0.0000001% ish on the planet for your fitness, your age. That's an amazing thing. Congratulations.
Yeah, it was so much fun. And I've just started training again because I'd like to do it again.
Yes.
So yes. Shebang.
Catherine, all my WhatsApp group, most of my WhatsApp groups have got a commercial, for commercial reasons, but some of them I've created altruistically, and one of them is called Stop Trafficking, and it's full of people that are in the business of trying to stop human trafficking.
Yes.
And one of the members there has got deep connections with law enforcement agencies globally. So I've got to connect you up with him.
Yes. Can I share a quick little brag? This just happened. So somebody from the Department of Health and Human Services, it's child welfare, reached out to me and wanted to have me do training. And so I reached out to the national leaders that I work with, and they said, hey, we'd be happy to put together a training for you. And because I'm a nonprofit and I don't accept federal or state funding, there's less red tape for me. So we've just started this training process, and it will be national leaders putting together a training for the Department of Health and Human Services, law enforcement, and Department of Education for the state of Maine to be a beta for the rest of the states in the United States. And that's one thing. And the second thing is the world researcher Crimes Against Children is Dr. David Finkelhor. He just got $991,000 grant for research on how a law enforcement can best handle sex trafficked minors. And they just asked me to be on that advisory. It starts in January. So this is just the past 2 days.
Amazing.
Wow.
Very, very excited about that.
Thank you for all the work you do in the world. And you have your own 501c3 or no?
Right. Stop Trafficking US. And you probably don't remember this Bond, James Bond, but you donated a Goldfinger $1,000 to this organization that went directly to a survivor who needed $1,800, and it went directly to her so she could get a new place to live, Sean.
Well,
So,
let's up the ante. And Catherine, I love your energy and love what you're doing. So from my Callaghy Christian Foundation, which is centered on demonstrating that being a Christian is not synonymous with divisiveness or exclusion, but rather unconditional love and inclusion for all people, I'd be very happy to make a $5,000 donation this time. So
oh my gosh.
Wow.
Woo! Yay! Yay!
That's a hello to yes right there.
So just so you know, right before Lorelei reached out to me, I was putting together what we've accomplished in this last year, getting the Underground Railroad connected to the right people in Maine that they hadn't been connected before. So I'm writing all this, and then Lorelei says, will you do this? I was literally like in my jammies 10 minutes before 3. And I said, and I told my husband, I said, Sean needs me, I'm going, right? and I threw on some lipstick, came here, and look at this.
Wonder Woman, baby. Wonder Woman.
Yeah. And Mark, we definitely need to connect. So yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And just, for the sake of just what's possible and, so much of the impact we acknowledged a bit ago, James Bond, Tony Robbins has had an extraordinary impact on my life. Another fun fact is I'll be jumping on an airplane in a little while. Actually, I'll be getting in the car to go to the airport right after this.
Wow.
And we'll be going to Tony Robbins' platinum trip out there. And right before his birthday, I had the privilege of having that amazing team ask me if I would help support some things for his birthday. And I was the person in Idaho that right after Sage, his beautiful, incredible wife, spoke, that was raising money from my fellow platinum partners who are so generous and so incredible. And some folks that set an outcome like, hey, like, let's just put a vision out there of what we would love to have happen of $500,000. Some of you may know this, but some of you don't. And in 26 minutes, we were able to raise $1.7 million for Operation
Wow.
Underground. And then Tony followed that up for his own birthday, because that's all he wanted for his birthday, was the raising of money for Operation Underground Railroad. I had the privilege of being in his backyard later that night with him and the platinum partners and Sage as we presented him the check, and he cried, and it was amazing, right? And so a short time later, it was his birthday celebration out in LA, and Tony himself gave $5 million, and overall raised $20 million. It was just incredible. People like Mark Benioff and just other Poulter to Jones, remarkable people, and all the people going. It was
beautiful.
You know, Sean, I don't think that most people realize what they do in the United States. When people think about Underground Railroad, they think about, you know, saving kids overseas. But what they don't know is, like, here in Maine and all over the United States, Underground Railroad comes to your state and says, what does your human trafficking team need? Do they need to be trained? Do they need updated computers? Do they need a force of people to come and make it major sting? So all these stings that we're seeing now are Operation Underground Railroad's helping with that, but they won't let you put their name in there. They want that state to get all of the glory. And so they came they came to Maine and they said, what do you guys need? We'll support it. It's amazing.
Catherine, your energy is infectious. Thank you for being here. You and Mark for your courage and vulnerability. And this is what it looks like. And in case people are not really that sure what's going on here, Vivian, before we hit the judges, do you want to do your Vivian thing in a second?
Okay, hold on. Let me do my Vivian thing.
Do your thing.
Welcome to The Real Raw, a place where we get to see and experience how influence is a superpower. The Real Raw offers us a chance to have a microphone, a stage, form ecosystems like you did just now. Make more money in less time with more magic, as we're having now. And this because of Sean's formula, which he's been curating for 23 years. And Sean is the Chief Visionary Officer of Unblinded, as you know. The Real Raw offers us a chance through micro distinctions to teach us how we can all go. We can do this ourselves from hello to yes in any role we play in life, so leaders can lead leaders, and we can have a more heart-centered and amazing place to live in this world. So that's what The Real Raw is all about.
Yes. Yes.
Boom. And this would not be rocking without you, Vivian. And by the way, watch out for Bella Verita. We're coming back to her because Bella's on fire and got a lot to say in this world as well. She's the sales gangsta. We'll come back to that in a minute. But yes, Vivian, let's get to our fine judges.
Oh my goodness. So we have Dr. Christine Manukian from Glendale, California.
California's in the house.
From e-commerce and network marketing to startups at UC Berkeley like Skydeck and Hotdesk, to being overweight and at the brink of a burnout as a pharmacist, to becoming a corporate dropout. Today, she's a full-time functional medicine doctor, entrepreneur with health and family at the forefront. And she's on a mission to help 10 pharmacist moms come home next year as full-time moms and entrepreneurs so they don't have to choose between family and career like she did. Plus, she's writing a book and launching her podcast. So welcome, Christine.
Dr. Christine, thank you for being here. How about a fun fact?
Fun fact, for my 40th birthday, I fired my boss because I attended Tony Robbins end of July.
Yes.
After I was laser clear of what I wanted, and he helped me to bridge the gap of what I can go. So I left my secure high corporate job for an unsecure world that I live in right now the last 2 months. But I'm having so much fun, and I am real life Wonder Woman. So thank you, Vivian, for saying that word. And Catherine, I have stepped on stage as a bodybuilding athlete, and my costume was Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Saying 100 pounds. I was on
100.
stage to celebrate that. Yes. And for my 40th birthday again this year, I ran the LA Marathon on March 8th, which is International Women's Day. And I think we made history because the following day, the world crashed. So I legit made history running my first marathon, from bodybuilding to running to becoming a full-time entrepreneur and a mom.
Amazing.
Life is happening for me. So
Wow.
Bella,
Yeah.
I'm seeing in our future, Bella, amazing, Dr. Christine. I am seeing in our future a pose off upcoming in the future. Dr. Christine and Catherine. Bella, what say you?
A what off?
A pose off, like a bodybuilding flex off pose off.
but I'm
I
gonna
thought
be
you were
in
going to
all
say something about
categories.
running a marathon. I was like, my internet connection went down.
You're wearing pearls. You can do it, Bella. You can do it. The pearls.
Pearls.
Yeah.
You know where the pearls are coming from? Bella's wearing them, Sean, because in honor of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. So she got me to get mine. That's why I'm so dangly and noisy right now.
Oh,
It's a thing today, apparently.
Thing.
the thing, dangly noisiness is a thing today.
Pearls.
Right. Yeah, so Dr. Christine, thank you.
Thank
Vivian, we got more.
We have Shomail Malik, Rutgers grad from Franklin Park, New Jersey. I have crowned him the real estate golden flipper.
Yeah.
He's a prolific real estate entrepreneur and managing partner at Apex Capital Group in East Brunswick. He can flip real estate in New Jersey and Ohio like it's nobody's business, hence the nickname. In fact, he's raised over 70 million in private equity for real estate deals, completing over 600 transactions. He's also a 3-time best-selling author of Against the Grain and was subsequently inducted into the prestigious National Academy of Best-Selling Authors in Hollywood, California. And yes, he's been featured on USA Today and the Wall Street Journal. So welcome.
Wow.
Oh my God. What's up, brother? How are you?
How you guys doing? Doing great. How are you guys doing?
Hey, a quick question,
Yes.
please. So yes, the last friend I had in East Brunswick had a lion in his backyard
Oh no.
named Isis. So I just want to know, is that like a thing in East Brunswick, Chanel? Like, do you have a lion in your backyard too?
No lions, no exotic animals or tigers. You know what recently came up in Netflix? None of that stuff.
Well, I am very pleased.
We're about to get a bunny.
Yes.
My kids want a bunny, so that's what we're about to get. But no lions.
No lions, a bunny.
Vivian, Bella, I just think a bunny, yeah, a better move than a lion. I'm just saying, like, in East Brunswick, New Jersey,
Well, I don't know. You have a pretty big backyard. I feel like you could have a lion.
that is true, but I'm not sure that my daughter, who's a wildlife ecology major and doesn't want me going to SeaWorld if I go to California, would be too excited about us having a lion in the backyard. But I don't know. Call Courtney Callaghy at University of New Hampshire and ask Courtney, would you like to have a lion in the backyard? I think we would get a resounding no.
Okay, got it.
Ella, if you could go from hello to yes with her, I'm game. So that's up
All
to
right,
you.
I'll give it a shot. I'll check it with my influence mastery on that one.
Yes. So and it's pronounced, I want to say correctly, Shomail.
Yeah, Shamel. Yep, perfect.
Okay, awesome. And what's a fun fact, my friend?
Well, so everybody's been talking about Tony Robbins. We attended a couple of years ago. My brother went with me. I dragged him to it. He said, he wasn't familiar with Tony Robbins. So it's that first night. We all get into state, and we're going to walk across the charcoals, right, with fire. And I guess for like a second there, he came out of state and actually ended up burning his foot. And he had to be hosed down. They pulled him off to the side, and he had all these people attending to him. I made it across just fine. I stayed in state, but he kind of came out of it in the middle of the path. So I thought it was pretty funny.
It is not only funny, it's amazing because the scene, not as bad as it sounds, that happened. It was your brother, you said?
Yeah, it's my brother. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I made it across just fine. He was right behind me, and I just see him getting carted off to the side. I'm like, what happened here? He got burned.
So I've walked, I've done the fire walk about 5 times now. The
Wow.
first time I ever did it, I'm like, this is a bunch of nonsense. It must be so short that it doesn't really matter. Vivian, no, I don't know if I ever.
I did it too.
And so I'm like, this is like, it has to just be like, and I love Tony. I love what was happening, but I was like, I'm not here for Firewalk. I'm here for like the rest, the content, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, whatever. Honest to God, my first step into the fire, it felt like I stepped into a fireplace. I couldn't believe it. I was like, holy yes, like whatever. And I'm like, cool moss, right? True story. And my left foot had blisters and was burned, and my other foot did not. That is a true story. So Shomel, I validate that, brother. It is incredible. It is for real. Because if you don't get in state, you can burn your feet badly.
Amazing experience.
I'm laughing, Sean, because when I did it, I went with my husband in 2018. I thought he was not going to be into any of this stuff. He went right through without thought. And I went in there going, I got that for sure. And then I saw the calls, and like you said, it wasn't anywhere near that short. I might have stopped. I needed to be convinced to do this. And then I did do it, but I had to breathe and like go, oh, hell no, like 10 times. But then I did it, and I had a few blisters.
All right, so now I have an issue. Like,
okay.
we have never had an issue. Is that fair? Because like, I love you, you're amazing, you're incredible, but my heart is breaking, Vivian. So for Tony, you walked across fire, but you would not go into the hurricane ocean conditions up on the island. What is going on?
It was torrential, and it was at night. It was like Watergate and like Wicker night evening, and it was scary.
Vivian's in the doghouse.
So you gave
cheered others.
I'm kidding.
Now I'm not gonna let this down because Vivian's like always the unblinded house favorite. Now, anytime I can, I'm be like, remember that time that you walked across tolls for Tony, but didn't go in the ocean for Sean? Remember that? There, that might come up a few times now.
Oh my God, we need to get out the next judge.
Please, Vivian, back to you. The sales gangster has leverage now. Yes, please.
Yes, totally.
Oh, we have Judge Elizabeth Gonzalez in the house. You like that? That was a good change.
Yes.
And she's in from Costa Rica, my fellow Latina. Woo! She's in Orange County right now, Cal State. And Elizabeth is a life agent retirement planning at the Financial Architects, who's all about financial synergy in order to create positive change. And her mission is to find new ways to articulate the value of financial education. She prides herself in being able to cater to her clients' personal and or professional financial objectives. So welcome, Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, how are you? And thank you for being here.
I'm fabulous with all of you folks enjoying the conversation and the energy. I love it.
Thank you. And are you in the 90210 zip code or no?
No, I am not. I'm closer to Huntington Beach.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to ask you if you knew some of like the 90210 characters, but since you are not from 90210, I will not ask that silly question. So how about a fun fact, Elizabeth?
Fun fact, I have an 11-year-old daughter that is a competitive gymnast at SCAT in Huntington Beach.
Goodness.
Nice.
Absolutely amazing. And so congratulations on that. And I'm sure that consumes a lot of time on weekends. Is that fair?
Well, I mean, every day, really. She's in practice 5 days a week. And so it's a lot of back and forth, very dedicated, but it's super exciting too.
Yes. Well, congratulations on that beautiful journey. And then how about Huntington Beach? What's your relationship with the ocean?
I mean, I love to be near the water, but not necessarily in the water because it's really cold. So if I'm in Costa Rica or the Bahamas, the water's warm. So I don't mind that, but it's really cold.
So you subscribe to the Vivian Guzman School of Ocean Thoughts. Is that fair? It's a beautiful thing to look at, to lay around, to just spread amazing positive cheer. But after a certain temperature, and if it's at night and the waves are gigantic and the sharks are like swimming, maybe we'll not do it. Okay. So Vivian, kindred spirits. Well, let me ask you this though, Elizabeth. Would you walk on fire and coals?
I don't know, maybe. Everyone else seems to have done it, so I'm sure I could if I wanted to. Let's put it that way.
Why is everybody picking Tony's deal over our deal? That's like making me really sad, Vivian.
I'm so sorry.
I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding, of course. So Vivian, truly amazing. Let's get to the sales gangster. What's up?
Oh my goodness, we have the truth-seeking sales gangster in the house. Woo-woo! Bella verita, bella verita.
I love you.
She's been selling since she was 8 years old, and she went from selling crafts on her front lawn to top income earner in a network marketing organization by the age of 19. She built a multiple 7-figure real estate company by 24, becoming #1 business broker in the state of Nevada.
Wow.
Ooh, mic drop.
She's led training at almost every major hotel and casino brand in Las Vegas. And now, as a sales gangster, her passion is helping businesses scale and women create financial independence through sales. So, welcome, Bella.
Thank you, Miss Vivian.
Bella Verita, a fun,
Sean Callaghy.
please.
So my fun fact is, because I love you more than Tony Robbins, I have trusted you enough to go into the ocean at night with the sharks, did not come out with any injuries whatsoever. And when I walked across coals, I came out with like blisters on my feet as well. So
what is that?
I think you're more to be trusted. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you, Bella Verita. I'll make sure I tell Tony. Actually, you can tell Tony because you're about to see him.
That's true. That is true.
That would be amazing. So yes, we'll have to chat with Tony and see what his impressions of all this is. And I could be like, Tony, I walked on fire for you many times. Come on the ocean. Let's do it together, brother. So we'll see how that goes. Vivian, I don't know. Vivian, you are incredible. And this is just too much fun. In case you're like, hey, when do we get started? We got started. This is what it looks like when amazing people come together and are edified, acknowledged, and fun energy is present. Because fun energy opens listening. And by the way, my fun fact is that I'm a blind guy. I taught a blind guy to surf in the last 5 weeks and jumped in that very ocean with other crazy blind people, successful entrepreneurs, attorneys, accountants, best-selling authors, and the like. An incredible time. And there's another side to all this, which is that influence is a superpower. And the way that we raise $1.7 million on stage or build a 125-person law firm, which I currently have as my side hustle, launch a 1,500-person event in the state of New Jersey in the Meadowlands Exposition Center with no paid advertising whatsoever. How the heck do you not use online and digital to 1,500 people show up? Story for a different day, but its influence is a superpower and what to do with it. And the most powerful, magical thing that influence brought to my life is this. It allowed me to be a business owner, not operator. So my son and 2 beautiful and wonderful daughters played 1,000 youth sporting events. I was able to coach their teams, travel everywhere, and miss a total of 9 games, in addition to walking them to school every single day during their childhood, having been blessed with this formula and being a business owner, not operator. So the magic part, we say money, time, and magic is what we're unlocking. That's the magic, whatever it means to you. So Vivian, you are truly magical. This is this is you. This is us. This is it. And thank you, because during COVID, everybody's like, Unblinded is going to have to stop. There's no live events. And now we are 280 plus Real Raws in this incredible dynamic with these remarkable people like yourselves today. And we are rocking and rolling and on fire. And Vivian, thank you.
Thank you. I'm here because of you, because you're amazing and magical and incredible.
Well, that's true. Why did you walk on his fire? No, just love you. Have a great day. I'll talk to you later. All right. Bella,
Yes,
let's go, rock star. You ready to rock?
I'm ready to do it.
All right. So, yes, Catherine, you have been here before, and guess so has Mark. So let's do this. Mark is the away team since he is from across the beautiful pond. And Mark, if things got really dicey in the ocean that night, we were comfortable because we've been swept away across the ocean and we could have connected with you and Peter Swain. It might have been a rough trip across swimming and the hurricane conditions, but you would have rescued us. Would you not have, Mark?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And your fine country is close to my heart because it's okay to fail. And if you do make it, success is celebrated in the United States. Love it.
Love you. Yeah. Thank you, brother. It's amazing. And by the way, I'm not present to the very divisive energy that the U.S., my nation, our nation for many, sits in today. And I stand in the space of that. At part of our mission here at Unblinded is to make sure when the next election rolls around, that regardless of whether there's 2 parties or 3 or 4, wherever we are, that we are causing leadership that results in a very different dynamic between these 2 parties and what's happening. And so I stand for truth. I stand for reasonableness. I stand for honor and unity. And that's what we're talking about. So, and hopefully we're going to be standing for that tomorrow, no matter what happens in this election. So thank you for all that.
That was beautiful. Agreed.
Yeah, thank you. So Mark, brother, we're going to have a 1 or a 2, a 1 or a 2 going under the table, like a little coin toss here. Do you think we have a 1 or a 2 under the table?
A 2.
It is a 2. Mark has won the toss. Catherine. So Mark, would you like to go first or take Catherine and throw her under the proverbial unblinded bus and have her go first?
The latter.
Okay. So
Okay.
Catherine, you are amazing. You're a bodybuilder. You're rescuing people, and you're under the bus from Mark, even though he's a beautiful, heart-centered person. So Catherine, who would you like Bella to be?
I would like Bella. Actually, I want to hang out with Bella. She's really cool.
Yes.
I would like Bella to be someone in the movie making, commercial making industry, whoever that powerful person would be. And I'll pretend it's Bella. I'm going to pretend that Bella is someone who has the ability to create educational videos as commercials or PSAs across the United States. That's her job.
All right, Bella, you ready? Is Bella there?
She's packing. She's going to be jumping out of a perfectly good plane.
Very shortly. So Bella, do we have you there? Do we lose Bella?
It's okay. Sean, you're her.
I think my microphone is not working for some reason.
All good. So Bella, did you hear all that from Catherine?
Yes, I heard everything. Yes.
Amazing.
Okay, cool.
So let's go. 3 minutes, please. Take us in.
Hi, Bella. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Hi, Catherine. It's my pleasure. Looking forward to speaking.
So I know that we've just got a couple minutes to chat. So I just wanted to follow up with since our email when you agreed that you were interested in helping to save even more children across the United States. And so my idea, Bella, is every state in the United States has what I call hometown heroes, somebody that state really idolizes. Mm-hmm. For instance, the state of Maine, it's the lobstermen and the game wardens. So we would use the hometown hero to create an educational video. So one of the videos would be like a female fishing boat captain, and that fishing boat captain would be standing in front of all of her technology, and she's saying that she's a 3rd generation fisherman, and unlike her great grandparents, she gets to use technology, and because of technology, she's able to fish it's infinite. Wherever there's water and she can use her technology, she can hunt for fish. And likewise, predators are using technology to hunt for our children. And that it's up to us as responsible adults to educate ourselves and our children around the appropriate boundaries with technology. So that's just an example of one state using one hometown hero. I've got people from New York and California with NBA and NFL athletes who are willing to do the same thing. I believe that these commercials, like Super Bowl level commercial, would absolutely switch the dial on people's awareness around human trafficking and child sexual abuse and really make a huge impact. But I need support like you and what you have of it, your resources to make this happen. Is this something that you would be interested in partnering with me to make happen?
It's definitely, I would like some, a little bit more, information and what it looks like. I'm not 100% clear, but I'm definitely, you have my interest piqued.
Well, just to be a little clear, every state, we would choose that state's hometown hero through a battery of surveys, and we'd find who that state respects the most. And then we would use that organization or person to create a Super Bowl level commercial or PSA that would go on television. It would also go on the statewide media pages and stuff in order to reach everyone across that state.
Gotcha. And then, and you want me to produce this?
Absolutely. We have potential funders who are willing to back that. I just need an
Oh, you know what, Catherine? Sorry, I've got to take a quick phone call and I'll be right back.
No problem. Thank you.
Yep.
Awesome job, Catherine. How'd that feel for you?
I always beat myself up. I should have gotten to the point faster, and I should have asked her for another appointment instead of letting that 3 minutes go up.
Okay.
And I think I was too Zeus too.
Okay, we'll drop in on that, but a little harder on yourself. I think you did a great job. Bella, sales gangster, how'd that feel for you?
Yeah, it was great. And I think you're a little bit hard on yourself too. The only thing that I would say is it was just lacking like the rapport building. Yeah. So that was the piece that was missing for me. It was like you definitely like came in and fire hose versus like the rapport building. I think there's opportunities there.
Awesome job, Catherine. Mark, who would you like Bella to be in this round one? Remember, it's a 6-minute conversation. You're going to be interrupted halfway through. So who would you like Bella to be? It could be an ideal client, any avatar you want, a specific person, whatever a yes that would matter to you in the world would be at stake with. That's who Bella should be.
Bella used my favorite word just now. Her interest was piqued. I love that word. Piqued. Yeah. I would like Bella to be the sales manager of a large American corporation, and her job is to expand internationally. So you're the global business development manager for that corporation.
Fantastic. I like this role.
Bella, we're going to be friends with Mark, I think. Do you think?
I think so. I like Mark.
Yes.
Well, Addie's got you're not able to see this, but the jacket that he has on is so freaking cool.
Jesper Conran, charity shop. And one more fun fact, I collect towelettes.
Towelettes?
Towelettes.
What is your favorite towelette that you've ever collected?
Oh, it's got to be, I guess, let's have a look. This one from Baden-Baden, which is a spa town in Germany. And if any of you go to Germany, I would wholeheartedly recommend Baden-Baden, especially if you're into spas. But the Germans, they do spas naked. So if you have a problem with your being nude, don't go. But we were all born nude, and I don't have a problem with nudity, but a lot of Brits do. So you won't.
Bella, I can't help but think.
I did not bring up nudity on The Real Raw.
Let's be clear. Bella did bring up a different thing yesterday. It is like streaming in. Bella, somehow there's a causal connection somewhere energetically with this. We will pause.
It was not me this time.
Back to you, Mark. So, Bella, you ready? You're this amazing sales manager.
Yes, let's do this.
Let's go, Mark.
So I'm calling you Bella, right?
Correct. Yep.
Ring, ring.
Hello, it's Bella.
Hi, Bella. Warm greetings from the across the pond from the United Kingdom. How are you today?
I am pretty amazing, Mark. How are you?
I'm doing great, and I'm going to be watching events unfold with great interest in your fine country.
Yes.
Bella, I really want to help you grow your sales internationally. It's a big old world out there, and I can help you. I've got an enormous network of amazing people globally, and my go-to tool is WhatsApp. Now, WhatsApp, there are 2 billion reasons why you should be using WhatsApp. Do you use WhatsApp?
I do use WhatsApp, but it's not my favorite platform. So,
well, that's about to change, because I'm going to turn you into a WhatsApp networking goddess. The first thing you've got to know is that you can use WhatsApp on your computer. Now, Freddie Mercury once said, the bigger the better in everything. And when it comes to keyboards and screen sizes, he was absolutely right. So the first thing I want you to do is go to web.whatsapp.com and then marry your smartphone to your computer and start using WhatsApp on your PC or your laptop. It will change your world. And I'm going to show you the world. You know, a quarter of the world use WhatsApp. The one country that doesn't use WhatsApp that much is the United States of America, where it was born. So there's a huge paradox there.
Now, why do you think that is?
For what I understand is the Americans have SMS built into their pricing plans, and that they all love texting. But WhatsApp is one level above that. Well, several levels above that. It's much more sophisticated than just texting. And the free calls and video calls are a bonus. You can use it to send documents, movies, pictures, and it's fantastic. So LinkedIn is the world's least social network. The real magic happens on Zoom and Remo, where you've got video calls. You can actually see and hear the people. And WhatsApp is a kind of halfway house between those two mediums.
It's not very ADD friendly, though.
Say that again?
It's not very ADD friendly. Like, if you're in a group with like more than like 10 people and like people are messaging all the time, like you just lose stuff.
But I'm going to be your filter. So the moment something relevant comes, you can ignore all the chaos of the groups.
Hey, Mark, I got a quick call I need to take. I'll call you right back, okay?
Have a nice day.
Okay. Mark, she'll be right back. Great job, Mark. How'd that feel for you, brother? You're coming back for another 3 minutes in a sec.
I felt we were just getting going.
Well, you're about to get going around too.
I feel I was robbed of the time.
Bella's like that, man. Like the sales gangster's like there, then she's gone. It's like, whoa, where'd she go? So sales gangster, how'd that feel for you?
That was amazing. The energy was infectious. The excitement, definitely felt like you in a short amount of time, like built excellent rapport.
Yes, and I will say.
And you called me goddess, so I loved that.
Because Bella is all of those sales gangsterness, but in that is heart-centeredness, love, caring for people, just an amazing human being. So,
absolutely. Total
amazing.
Respect. Yeah.
So Bella's first appearance in the Railway Connected, she was like, all up in her beautiful, flowing, like powerful energy. And then all of a sudden, a few minutes later, she was in her heart and tears were pouring. So it was remarkable. So Bella, thank you for being your amazing you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let us begin. Let's go, Dr. Christine. If we can go judges 30 seconds, because we went a little bit long with our fun party in the beginning. 30 seconds of feedback for each contestant. If we could keep it tight to 30, I'll hold up the phone when 30 is up and you'll be hearing the alarm sound. But Dr. Christine, maybe 15 seconds of what went well, 15 seconds of what could be optimized. First for Catherine and a score of 1 to 10, please.
So Catherine, I think you did amazing. I'm going to give you a score of 8. One thing that I love that you started building this value proposition of what you're selling. However, you lost me when you were not clear what you were asking her to do. So I was very confused. Even, Bella was like, so what do you want me to do? So I think you need to spend a little bit less time of value proposition, because this is, again, a lot of people are familiar with that. You just need to be very clear what you're asking her to do, because this might be the first time she's approached about something like this. So I think that was the only thing I would say, to be very clear of what you really want to go with your conversation. And then for Mark, I'm giving you 7, just because first, I loved your energy, very definitely on board. You're very passionate about what you're doing. However, you didn't build enough relationship of telling her how this is going to help her. You just started your conversation saying, I'm going to help you, well, you don't even know if she needs your help or how you're really going to help her. So I feel like you were a little bit too aggressive too soon, maybe, because she's not familiar with WhatsApp, and she didn't seem like she really cared so much because she's not familiar with that. So spending more time of really saying how this is going to help her. So maybe giving an example of what this can look like, and also making it kind of easier flow of like, again, how are you going to help her? So being more clear if you ask. So
Awesome.
Great
Thank you.
feedback. Great feedback. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Shamil, what 30 seconds do you have for Catherine?
Catherine, I thought you did a great job. I want to give you a 7. There was a lot of talking from you and not enough rapport building early on, and also asking questions and actively listening to where her interest level was and how it aligns with what you were proposing. Of course, there was that moment where she was unclear as to what you were asking for, what the actual ask was. And then at the end, I know the 3 minutes is such a time crunch, but you didn't get that opportunity to get a soft close on there. But overall, I think you did a good job. Once she did probe you for what is the actual thing you're asking me for, you did a great job in explaining that and getting that out. So, so the score that I have for you is a 7. For Mark, Mark, again, I thought your first of all, the English accent definitely helps in sales for sure. I want to give you an 8. I thought you did a great job in building rapport. What I think was missing was digging in for pain points. So sure, she doesn't use WhatsApp now. Maybe she uses SMS because you already knew that she's based in the US. But why would WhatsApp be a differentiating tool to go away from SMS? And I know there's a lot of reasons, because for me, WhatsApp is a game changer, and I'm in the United States and I use WhatsApp to run everything from business to personal life. I love WhatsApp, but digging in for those pain points as to what the limitations of what she's currently using, and then why she should potentially migrate to WhatsApp would have been I think a good way to kind of direction to take your sales call. And again, the 3 minute was obviously a crunch, so you didn't get that soft close or any type of close for a follow-up. So I'm giving you an 8. I thought you did a good job.
Thank you.
Excellent. And for Elizabeth, what did you have? Your 30 seconds for Catherine.
Yes, Catherine, I thought you were very passionate, which is obviously something that's so important. And, obviously we all think that this is an amazing subject and something that needs to be really addressed. And so for that, I'm going to give you a 7.5. I'm going to say the fact that you connected with Bella. I mean, you're both female. You addressed the technology and something statewide. Those were all really great points. But yeah, you were so excited that you wanted to get everything out at once. And so maybe slowing down a little bit and establishing a little bit more rapport, just like all my other colleagues recommended. It was definitely something that I would recommend. Let's see what else. And then, like they said, once she probed you a little bit, then you kind of clarified what is it that I'm really looking for from you. So I thought you did a great job. I think that your passion and your love for what you're doing really came through, and that was really important, and a great job.
Great feedback. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And for 30 seconds, please, Elizabeth or Mark.
For Mark, yeah, I think you did a great job. I think any woman is going to feel wonderful when you say goddess. I think that automatically just gives us that warm and fuzzy feeling. I mean, no matter who it's coming from, and obviously the accent definitely helps.
It worked.
I think a couple of things that you did really, really well was that you gave her some facts that she didn't know. And I think that kind of opened her mind. You let her know that it was something that she could use on her computer. And she was like, oh, I didn't know that. So I think that actually opened her mind to being more open to using WhatsApp. I think the fact that you could show her how she could use that and grow her sales. We all want to grow our sales. That's what we're in business for. So those couple of items were really great. And I think just like, Catherine running out of time and just trying to get everything in before that 0 comes up, but scheduling that next call and saying, I'm unfortunately have to go, but I'd like to set up some time for a follow-up. So I think you did great. I'd give you an 8.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Excellent feedback from our amazing judges. Thank you so much. So we're gonna go round two. Round two with a little bit of our time compression. We're gonna go to 90 seconds for round two. So here we are.
Who's on?
Bella got like a little bit like, yeah, she's got a phone call, went a little bit long. She's like, hey, listen, I'm sorry, I got like a minute and a half left. So we're gonna go 90 seconds here. Mark, you're leading off, and it's time to go from hello to yes. And remember, the yes could also just be for a longer meeting. It doesn't have to be for the absolute yes. So Mark, Bella's got a minute and a half for you. Please take us in.
Ring, ring.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Bella. This
Hello,
is Mark.
hello.
Hi, this is Mark calling from the UK. How are you today?
I'm extraordinary. How are you?
The same. I know your time is precious, so I don't want to keep you too long. I'm on a mission to help Americans make the most out of a very powerful platform called WhatsApp. Are you using WhatsApp at the moment yourself?
I do use WhatsApp.
I would like to help you use it to the max so that you can increase your revenues and grow sales.
If you can teach me something that keeps up with all of the, when I have 85 people in a group that like keeps track of 85 people responding to a message and like how to like best use it, I'm in.
These WhatsApp groups can be a real, what you guys call a time suck. My job is to act as your filter and then filter you through relevant leads. And then you can dive in at the relevant point, pick up the conversation. I mean, at the end of the day, business boils down to people and trust. So what I'm doing is creating these ecosystems where people can, I'm going to introduce you to amazing people. Would you be receptive to having a follow-up call with me at Wednesday noon next week?
Yes, I would.
Fantastic. Well, guess.
Hello, Bella.
Hello, Sean.
You have a quick phone call.
I have a quick, excuse me as I take a quick phone call. Is this Sean Callaghan?
It is. Hello.
Hello.
So, Mark, excellent job. Bella had a quick phone call. And yes.
With Sean Callaghan.
Yay!
We'll see you guys in a little bit. Catherine, are you ready for round two?
I am. That was hilarious.
Take us in, please.
Ring, ring, ring.
Hello, this is Bella.
Hello, Bella. You're a goddess.
Why, thank you.
Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. I know that in the world of media that you are a goddess and you understand the value that that media can bring to families and how it can absolutely not only transform individual lives, but a whole entire society. Are you interested in learning more about how we can do that together to really make a significant impact and save children?
Yeah, I would definitely love to learn more about that.
I would be so honored to just be able to sit down with you, whatever time's convenient next week. If you've got some time available, I can make my schedule adjust to whatever would work best for you. And if it's okay, I'd like to bring a couple of VIPs. I've got Russell, whatever his name is, from the Celtics, and I have whatever the guy is from whoever. I've got two amazing people that will come with me to talk about, being aired in the video.
Got it. Okay. Awesome.
So
Thank you.
your schedule next week, what would be better for you? Let's set the time and I'll be there.
How about noon next Wednesday?
Noon next Wednesday it is. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I look forward to meeting you then. Is there anything else that you would like to bring with me besides two potential participants?
No, I think that'll do it.
Cool. I'll see you then. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great job, Catherine. Excellent work. How'd that
Looks
feel?
like you're double booked for noon next Wednesday, Bella.
Bella, listen, Bella spent some serious time in Las Vegas, so it's like that. You know what I mean, Mark? Come on now. So yes. So has that ever happened before, Bella, where you've had two dates for the same time slot?
It happens more times than I would like to admit.
Amazing. That is hysterical. Okay. So Catherine, great job. So Catherine, how about, actually, you know what, Mark, let's lean in for a second. And yeah, could I jump in as you, Mark, for a second? and how about you are Bill instead of Bella? Sound good?
Bill.
Yeah. So you're just going to be Bill, a sales manager.
Oh, I thought you meant Bill Gates.
You could be Bill Gates actually as well. How about Bill, who wants to expand internationally? Same conversation. Sound good?
Okay. Okay. Sounds good.
Right. Hey, Bill, thanks so much for meeting with me. I was so impressed when I saw the conference that your enterprise ran and your presentation on some of the newest models of Integrous influence. I was really impressed by what you're up to in the world. And can I ask you this, like, where does your passion come from for influence? Because you're clearly, like, a lot of people talking like sales pitch, hook, close language, but you are sitting in the space of like a master, a scientist about influence. And where does that come from, Bill?
It comes from a lifelong passion for connecting people. It's in my DNA. I've always had it, always will do. I've actually created children by playing Cupid, and now I'm putting that gregarious nature that I have to good use in a business context. At the end of the day, business boils down to people and trust. So I'm building ecosystems in which people feel safe it's social selling. So building up relationships first, and then the money comes later.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing, Bill, for sure. And, you know, when I've read Malcolm Gladwell, not sure if you have, but, you know, Malcolm Gladwell talks about mavens, connectors, and salespeople as 3 types of leaders that like drive things in the world. And you, Bill, strike me as not just a connector, but a super connector. And I think what most people aren't present to, but I am certainly, my friend, is that very unique people in the world are so driven to connect humans like you are, that they make remarkable things occur. And so I'm hearing you that it's like what makes the world go around, but what is it in your heart, like your soul, like when you're being thought of, and it's 150 years from now, and it's your last day on this earth, and you're laying there thinking about your life. What do you want your life to stand for? Like, why connecting people? What does it mean to you?
I want to leave, I guess, a legacy of having done good things by that gift and using that gift to connect people for good purposes and good causes. I know that I'm changing people's lives now. And it's very rewarding to connect people because people are wonderful. Life is all about people at the end of the day. And my ethos, by the way, is diversity and inclusion is very important to me, and helping women. Some of my groups are aimed at women. I think it's scandalous that only 3% of venture capitalists are women. And I like to help women, and I think it's important because, especially during a pandemic, the need for us humans to connect with other human beings when we're at a situation where we can't is even more compelling right now.
Yeah. So if I could, I am hearing your deep desire for positive change, and that being a driving force for your connectorness. Am I hearing you correctly, sir?
You are.
Yeah. And so can I share for these last 30 seconds just a hair about me to see if it makes sense for us to have a longer conversation?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So my name is Mark, and I connect people from around the world. And I have more than 100 groups, 150 plus, and rising rapidly on an amazing platform called WhatsApp. And sometimes people get confused and think it's a beautiful platform, but there's all kinds of messaging. There's no filtering. But what makes it very different than Facebook and some of the other social media platforms is you do control your access to your messaging. And you can stand out and communicate when you're administering the group. And so what I would love to do is to have a longer conversation with you about the power of how you would take your company and expand internationally by leveraging not only the groups that I've created, but by me teaching and sharing with you and your sales teams how to leverage this platform and tool for a higher level of connectedness, leveraging other dynamics and platforms that take you away from the filtering that occurs on the social media platforms where you have no control in Facebook, in Instagram, in LinkedIn, on YouTube. all of those dynamics. It's their platform, not yours. There's uses for those, but this is how all of this integrally fits together so people can connect and accelerate. So how does that resonate, Bill? Would you like to have a longer conversation?
Absolutely. And my diary will fit around yours. The only time I can't make it is noon next Wednesday because I've got a hot date with Bella.
So Mark, is that what you do in the world? Does that represent fairly who you are, what I was sharing?
Yeah, in broad strokes, yes.
Amazing. All right, Bella, how did that feel and resonate for you?
That was amazing. That was like, I felt the heart, like the care, and it like made way more sense to me.
All right.
Like I could see the picture.
Amazing. All right. So let's drop it again. Let's go in reverse order this time. Elizabeth, thank you so much for being here today. And if we really stick to the 30 seconds for each round, I'll hold it up. Just quick 15 seconds for your bullets. What went well? What could be optimized? So yes, Elizabeth, let's start with Catherine. What did you have for Catherine?
Oh, Catherine, I thought you did a great job on really, asking her, first of all, acknowledging how important what she did was, because that's, the platform that you were looking to get on, and acknowledging that. So I thought that was great. I think I would give you a 9. And then also making sure that you took advantage of scheduling that appointment. I think that one thing you could have done differently was to provide a couple options, maybe Monday and Tuesday, give her a couple options. And then the fact that you were going to bring a couple of people, I thought that was really good because that's going to get you to the next level. So great job.
Awesome. And what did you have? Thank you, Elizabeth. What did you have for Mark?
For Mark, I thought you really addressed her concerns really well. And you saw that time ticking down, and you were able to schedule an appointment instead of rushing your thoughts and trying to get more information crammed into the time frame. So I thought you did a great job, and I'm going to give you a 9 as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very nice, Mark and Catherine and Elizabeth. Great job. And Elizabeth, how was your experience today on the Real Raw?
It was wonderful. I feel like, all of this is someone else is in the hot seat, but I'm in my seat too, thinking how could I address, how could I apply, and how can I learn from everyone's experience and everyone's feedback, because this really does apply to everyone, no matter what area you're in. So I love it. Wonderful.
Thank you, and thank you for being here.
And
today.
your energy is so calming.
Right.
It just like puts you at the state of ease and just comfort. So I'm going to give you a 10.
Wow.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. It means the world. And there's a science to that, right?
Yeah.
And that's what we're here to unpack together. So thank you. I really received and appreciated it. Shomel.
There's a formula for that somewhere.
Somewhere, right?
Somewhere. There's a formula for this.
Oh, it's in my pocket. Yes. Great. So, Shomel, what do you have? 30 seconds each, please, for both Catherine and Mark.
Yeah, absolutely. So Catherine, I thought you did a much better job. I want to give you a 9 on this go around. You went right into it. And I really like the fact that you used celebrity figures or endorsers at the end to kind of bring more credibility to your project. And you realized the time crunch that was there. So your best bet was to get that longer meeting, and you were able to solidify that. But I like the fact that you brought in those 2 celebrity endorsements to bring that credibility to it. Mark, I also want to give you a 9 as well. I thought you went into it and explained it a little better. Now, obviously, listening to Sean, I mean, that blew my mind how Sean kind of framed the whole thing. But the track that you were on from the previous call, it flowed really well into this next call, and you made some logical steps forward to solidify that next meeting. So great job.
Yeah, awesome job. And Shomel, if somebody would say to you, hey, should I go on that thing and be a judge, that Real Raw thing, what would you share?
I would say absolutely. If you want to learn influence and just get together with a group of complete strangers that are pretty alpha and really understand influence and persuasion, I think this is a great place to be. This is a great social experiment. So kudos to you, Sean, for coming up with this idea and putting this together. This is awesome.
Well, thank you. And thank you. And kudos to all of you for your courage and bravery in doing this. And the 1,250 plus folks that have gone before, and you continue that tradition, and it's building. So thank you so much. Doc, what do you got?
All right, I definitely agree with both of you guys' comments. I'm going to make it quick. I'm giving both of you a 9 because there was a huge improvement from what we saw originally. So for Catherine, there's one thing I would improve for sure, especially you got very uncomfortable when you're trying to do name dropping. So get very comfortable of like using those resources, but make it sound like it's more of you. So it didn't sound too fake. You didn't know their name. So like, if you don't know their name, just say, I have very powerful people I want to bring to this table for validation. Just drop that piece instead of just trying to impress someone without really remembering their names. I don't know if you got nervous, you forgot, I'm not sure. So practice that piece, I think is very important. And yeah, for the closing, like for sure, like, give them options versus making you so available all the time. So make sure you also have your, your time is valuable as much as there is. And I love the fact that you said, is there anything else you might need for me to bring on board? So that was very smooth. I love that. So it makes her very comfortable of knowing like, hey, she's like meeting my needs of where I am. And for Mark, I think obviously you did way better. You add more value of what you're selling. You were more clear in your messaging. And I think it was a better transition from like the previous conversation. And I think it was good. So that's why there's a huge jump from before, but I think it was great to
Thank you.
all. And so yeah, I loved it. So good job, you guys.
Great. Thank you.
And Doc, how was your day here today?
What's that?
I said, how was your day here today?
Oh my God, fantastic. So you guys, I even put makeup on today. Hello, there's a big two in the house. I don't
Gorgeous, gorgeous.
makeup on. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna glam it up. I'm gonna put makeup on to feel like empowered because again, we're all strangers. I literally was introduced to this community 2 days ago. And I said yes because I saw the power behind it. And here I am making connection with finding something unique about everybody that we can make that connection. So being in Costa Rica like 2 years ago, I love that place. Catherine being a bodybuilding athlete, like, hey, Mark with your what's up. Everybody has some unique gift to give and there's always a connection. It's a smaller world, more you surround with people who are amazing like this. So thank you for putting this platform together. More people need to hear about this. I'm like, why is that I don't know about this? So yeah, a lot of my social media friends are gonna hear about tonight. So
let's spread the word.
Yeah.
We're on our way together. We are on our way, and things are expanding rapidly. And your support is much appreciated for serving the world. Because integrous human influence is where it all begins. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you so much for being here. And just how was it for you today?
If we were single, if you and I were single, just saying. Just saying. It was amazing. It was amazing as always.
Yeah. Catherine, thank you. I appreciate you incredibly. Mark, are you going to go down that same route? No, I was thinking.
In your dreams.
How was today for you, Mark? Great job today.
Yeah, and when I first saw your website and your ethos, it totally resonated with me about merging and purging ecosystems for the greater good. I think it's fantastic. And I'd like to leave you with a final thought, and that is, if coronavirus doesn't bring out the inner hustler in you, you don't have one.
Yes.
I like that.
Nice.
Amen. Hustlers and sales gangsters, Bella, heart-centered, integrous influence is who and what you are. Final from you, my friend.
Just as always, it was a pleasure to meet so many, new faces. And yes, Dr. Christine, I'm with you. It's definitely like, this is the place to be with online influence. And, this is the place to be during the coronavirus. And so as many people as that we can introduce to Unblinded and the Real Raw, like, I am with you, sister. Let's do this.
Wow.
Thank you all for being here.
Listen, if this is the end, influence is a superpower. It all begins after yes and knowing when to say no. But let it be the beginning. Every Monday, 7 p.m. What is Unblinded and the formula and why the Real Raw? 7 p.m. Eastern on Monday. It'll be in the chat and the notes. Thank you. Because we really are leaders leading leaders to merge ecosystems to make the world an even greater place. Have a beautiful day. Happy Trajectory Tuesday. Thanks.
Thank you, everybody.